always impressed me about him was his level of emotional intelligence and his ability to understand people from various walks of life, you know, whether they're incredibly rich, whether they're incredibly poor, whether they're Indian, Koza. He was able to hold space for people from all over the place. It's quite funny. So I think it was towards the end of 2019, I was telling Roger my bucket list of where I would like to travel, and the first place that came up on my list was Sri Lanka. A week later, he calls me, "Chica, I'm in Sri Lanka." And there he is. And this past week, I had a girl from Sri Lanka contact me and say, "Listen, you know, I met Roger in Sri Lanka. Is it true what's happened? He really changed the minds and hearts of people there, and he just brought this positive energy to Sri Lanka when I met him." And that was some random person in Sri Lanka, and he had only spent about 7 to 10 days there, and that was the impact he had in that space. And I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages flying through from Australia to and all over the world, people just sharing how much he meant to them. And I know he's looking up and he's looking down, and he's in absolute awe of what he's seeing here today. And I just want to thank everyone for coming through. This wouldn't be possible without each and every single one of you, and it's amazing to see how many people he's impacted in his life in his nearly 27 years of existence. It's absolutely incredible. And you know, I think there's a huge lesson to be learned through this experience for each and every single one of us here today. And you know, firstly, I think one thing is to hold space for one another. I think in all of our ways, we're all suffering, we're all going through pain, we're all dealing with our struggles, and this is just a reminder to hold space for those who are around you, and don't take the people that are around you for granted, because our time here is truly limited. And another huge lesson I think I've taken from this is, you know, being present, being mindful, living in the moment, appreciating each and every second moment, because who knows when our time will come. And so on that note, I just want to thank you all once again, and thank his family for all that you've done. Diane, you are absolutely incredible. He loved you so much. I don't think you had any idea. And thank you for being his mom. You've been a great mom. Thank you. Thank you. And then yeah, I'm going to end. I know that there are tons of other people that want to have an opportunity to speak. I want to ask you to be vulnerable, to not be shy, to let your guard down, and to share a couple of words. I am mindful that we have limited time, and that the police may rock up at any moment and probably arrest me and I'll lose my job. It's so worth it. So I ask you just to be mindful of the fact that there might be many other people that would like to speak. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening, guys.